there, welcome back. Well, if you've been wondering where I've disappeared to over the last couple of weeks, I'm back home in the northeast with my family. My Zwift setup's down in London, but that doesn't mean training stops. Today, I'm going to take on some of the gravel trails that are kind of around here. Let's see if I've managed to hold on to any of that fitness. Let's go. So I've headed down to the coastline of South Shields, and I'm going to be heading from kind of South Shields to Sunderland. I've took about an 8k via road to get here, and then I head on the gravel tracks, and as you can see from this one, some quite wide, fast gravel tracks. Later on, there is a little bit of tarmac here, but a little bit later on there is some kind of narrow tracks which do test my bike handling quite a bit. I really did enjoy these kind of wide sections where I could open up the legs a little bit more and kind of just try and push around the corners at a little bit of speed. I want to note though, it is really windy today, so for as much as I'm trying to put some speed down, it's definitely the wind's fighting against me on some parts. So I've now turned off the kind of wide tracks, and I do a little bit of grass, because I think that's a little bit too narrow for me. A little bit of grass spur just so I get back on a little bit more of a deeper track, but again, I can still hold a reasonable bit of speed in this for the time being, but then the tracks start getting narrower and narrower and I'm bouncing around a little bit, and I'm going to be honest, my bike handling's not great, so working hard to kind of keep it upright, and then we just go through this car park to get back on the track again, and there's kind of a mixture of dog walkers slowing me down a little bit and some bumpy gravel kind of dirt sections. Gonna lie, these really narrow ones were not my favourite, and if from time to time I would jump back up and just ride along the grass alongside of it, but it wasn't too bad. I did bounce out of it a couple of times, and then we're back onto some kind of remnants of a normal track. This section was quite a lot of fun. That doesn't really do it justice, but literally just to the left hand side there is a huge cliff, so I am making sure I try to keep it on the dirt track as such, but there's a couple of times I was a little bit nervous with how close I was getting, which I kind of just cut them ones out a little bit, and then I was back onto the remnants of a decent track, just about to kind of head down to the turnaround point at Sunderland. So there's a good mixture of tracks there, which is kind of nice to see. I didn't see many other gravel riders out there. There's a couple of people on mountain bikes and stuff like that, but it is a really kind of popular route. I'm just out quite early. So this is a turnaround point here at Sunderland, and there's Mincella's, nice little coffee shop across the road, which I was very tempted at, but I just spun back round and headed straight back the way I came. So very much similar route. I did take a slight diversion back onto the road at one point because there was some people in the way, but that was fine. But these tracks are really, really quick. But I think I was more of a head crosswind going back, so it wasn't as enjoyable, I would say. So I've been on this ride, this is my second time now, so I feel a little bit more confident in some of the corners than I have been previously. The only thing I've got to kind of watch out for is people walking, but I did take a slightly different route last time, and I went down quite a steep embankment, which you'll see now, and then up quite a steep bit the other side, and I decided not to do that this time, and I just thought I'd just try and get back as quick as I can. So I did take a little bit of a shortcut now, just across some grass, some cut grass, rather than nipping back down towards the coast, because I was running short on time. I did have to get back home because we had family plans, but then I was back on it, on these kind of narrow tracks again, which again, not my favourite. So I took another shortcut across the open field, which was quite smooth, just so that I could kind of cut the corner out and head back in a little bit quicker. So the plan is to do a lot more gravel and off-road riding over the next kind of 6 to 9 months, because I want to do some gravel racing, and I need to kind of build up my confidence in bike handling. I think my fitness is pretty good, and I think some of it will carry over, not all of it, because you can't replicate things like the wind indoors and stuff, but I've got a decent engine on me, and I think I can push through quite a lot. So I do have some races planned. I'm not going to announce anything yet, so we'll see what happens in the future. Well, that's the ride done, and I have to say, I'm really happy with how the legs felt today. This isn't the only ride I've managed whilst I've been home, but it's the only one that I've kind of wanted to bring you along. Between getting out on the gravel, I've been hitting some kettlebells and staying active, uh, and I've been doing everything I can to kind of hold on to that fitness as much as possible. I've still got another week at home, and then with the family before we heading back down to London. And then comes the real test, jumping back on Zwift to see if it's been enough to kind of keep a hold of the fitness, and I hope it is. If you've enjoyed seeing this, a little bit different from my usual Zwift content, uh, let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching, and see you when I'm back on Zwift next time. Bye bye.